All right, good morning. All right, y'all, we are headed to, I would have been doing both jobs today, but I'm gonna take my 2-year-old with me because it's just pointless here in Greenville. The kids have a 2-hour delay. Now that's not pointless. I understand why they have a 2-hour delay. Me traveling some of these roads, you can still see some black ice, so it is kind of, I get it. I don't know where my stand at, but we're gonna make it do what it do this morning. I'm headed to work, and one day I gotta figure out how can I, without breaking any HIPAA laws, show you guys how I do with my client. I gotta learn how to edit a little bit. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good day. Y'all, let me tell y'all real quick. I tried a vegan turkey bacon wrap from Publix, and I tried the meat. The meat wasn't terrible, but he put the guy put the whole pack of meat on my wrap. He was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get the whole pack. And I'm like, them bean patties, bro, like I really don't want but 1 or 2 and like a strip of bacon. Mostly all I wanted was a salad on the wrap, because that's what I usually get. I always get the ultimate sub, which comes with like bacon, turkey, roast beef, something like that. I get the meat. I get a spicy Gouda cheese. Ooh, I want one now. A spicy Gouda cheese, the Chipotle dressing. I love that. And I love that Chipotle dressing. I don't know if it's the same one that Subway used to use back in the day, but baby, I used to get me a imitation crab sub and load that ranch or Chipotle dressing up on there. Ooh, it's so good. But anyhow, I get the turkey sub, the Chipotle Gouda, the Chipotle sauce. I don't do mayonnaise. I do spinach, tomatoes, onions, bell peppers, cucumbers, all that good stuff. Lately, I've been putting pickles on since I hadn't been getting meat. Now, last night I did get tuna. So and it wasn't bad at all. Actually, I'd probably get me a tuna sub today, because it was pretty good. It was better than I thought it was going to be. But I had a salad with the tuna on it. Even though Publix forgot my onions, they didn't put any deli dressing. And I know I asked for a lot, but don't ask me what I want and don't put it on there. And I didn't even bother complaining, because I just feel like, things happen. I work in a restaurant as well, so I kind of get it. However, like sometimes they just be like, no, you got all this stuff. But I don't see why was it an issue. And not only, I didn't want any confrontation, but I've been in line and seen other people not agree with things, and they just make it a big deal for no reason. And it's the little lady that works in that one that I go in. She is so rude, and she's like from the Low Country or something like that. I don't think she's from New Orleans, but if you ever been to South Carolina Low Country, she's got that slang, that geechee, and she's just rude. It's like she's always having a bad day, and it's like, bro, you work at Publix, you know that you're downtown Greenville, like y'all always are busy, and she still have an attitude. But oh well, everybody can't be nice. I just wanted to come out here and check in with you guys and tell y'all to have a blessed day. Have a great day. Don't be going and pissing people off and making nobody else's day bad, because your day is not what you wanted it to be. Because you always, if you got breath in your body, you can always make it a better day. Like I have a lot of things going on. I've got a field trip that I've got to pay for that a dad said he would, and now he's not. He hadn't sent any money for it. The school's being 2 hours late. I really want to go to the other jobs so I can make a little extra money. I got one birthday coming up this month, one birthday coming up next month. You know, I could like, I could really sit here and complain and cry about a lot of stuff, but I'm not. Like, I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm like, you know what? God always show up and show out, and I'm just gonna let him do that. And I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna, like, all I'm gonna do is pray about it and leave it in his hands. And it's easier said than done. It is easier said than done. But I have learned, and I have had the privilege of sitting back and letting God be God and just be like, okay, God, you're so sweet. Like, thank you. Even though we know he's good, like, we know he's faithful. If you're a believer, like, you know that he's gonna do it. However, the human side of you is like, you know, that flesh is, you know, that flesh are questioning some things. And we have to just grow and know that even if you don't believe in God, my thing is what goes around comes around. Like, literally, what goes around, y'all, every time I see a Ford Fleet, I'm sorry, I be wanting me another one. Like, I really miss that car. It was just what I wanted. But anyway, I ain't complaining about my Durango. But yeah, you just gotta, even Newton's law, even if it wasn't no Newton's law, if you are doing bad, if you are being nasty, if you are mistreating people in any shape, form, or fashion, karma is real. It's not even about anything else. Take the Bible out of the equation. Take God out of the equation. The way you live and treat others is what's gonna happen to you. If you are out here extorting people for money as a caregiver, it will come back to haunt you. If you are out here selling appliances that are faulty and refuse to give people their original appliances back, it will come back and haunt you. If you are not taking care of your kids, it will come back and haunt you. And I'm just a firm believer of that. Like, God will strip you all the way down if you do not do what he's told you to do according to his word and his will. And even, like I said, take him out the equation. If you're not out here doing what you're supposed to do, doing right by people, pinching kids at school, some of these Headstart teachers, and I'm definitely going to get into that story one day. I'm going to definitely, y'all don't let me forget to tell y'all how a Headstart teacher at Headstart here in Greenville, South Carolina on Easley Bridge Road pinched my daughter several times and got away with it. Yes, she still has her job. Yes, DSS was called. Yes, I went to the office. Yes, I recorded myself. Yes, I can record by law. I didn't even realize that until the other day when the police like, yeah, you can. It's public places you can record and you don't have to tell them. But yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all one day how this lady had got away with pinching my daughter. Well, she got away in my eyes and in the world's eyes. But God, I'm a firm believer. I know that she suffered silently or out loud. And it's not for me, it's not God's duty to allow me to see anybody suffer who does me or my children wrong. That's not what he's going to do. He will allow us to get into a place and get into a space and realize, like, you know, just let me handle this. Like, I got it. Even though you be like, oh, you said you was going to handle it. You have to sit back and know that God, he's going to do just what he said he would do. If he told you he's going to take care of you, if he told you he's going to be there for you and he's going to do X, Y, and Z, you have to stand firm. And a lot of people may say, well, I don't know how to hear God's voice. Me either. But at the end of the day, I know I have to have enough faith that when I prayed and brought this situation to God and asked him to rectify it and make it right, that he has to do that. That lady knows she pinched my baby. You get what I'm saying? She know that she did it twice. It's my fault as a parent that I ignored it the first time. But the second 2 times I spoke up and I said something, and the whole entire Headstart staff at the big office on Pleasantburg Drive, shunned me. They made me feel like I wasn't anything because I stuck up for my daughter. Oh, Miss Talbert, Miss Ashmore, Miss Pam, all the big heads at the Share Headstart. Yeah. Before I told them that lady pinched my daughter, and they wanted me to believe because she's been there for 26 years that she would not have pinched my daughter, Miss Natalie. They wanted me to believe that and say that she wouldn't. And this is not allegedly, like, this happened. This is he say, she say. And it had gotten so bad, I called the news station. I called Fox 21, I called 4, and nobody would take the story because my daughter didn't have any bruises. And I think that's terrible that my baby had to go through that because she didn't have bruises. Thank God she didn't have bruises. This lady has been teaching 26 years. That lets me know she knows what to do to make sure that those kids are not don't have any bruises and don't have anything else. And what really got me is her daughter had sent me a friend request on Facebook. Her oldest daughter. I guess that's her oldest daughter. I don't know. Her daughter sent me a friend request. And she told me to my face one day, she said, I just want to thank you for being who you are. My daughter don't talk to anybody at school. She's really shy. I don't know if the child had like learning disabilities. I don't talk about people's kids, and I'm not finna start. But I don't know what was going on for her child to just love on my child so much. But if you go back and watch Latoya Okia, she'll tell you why people are so attracted to you and your family and how y'all light shine bright no matter what. This girl had told me all that, and as soon as I voiced my opinion about her mama pinching my daughter, she deleted me, she blocked me. And my daughter was walking into school one morning, and this has been some years, this has been about 2 years ago. It ain't been over 4 years, it's been about 2 years ago. Maybe 3, because my daughter's in 1st grade now, so she did kindergarten first. So like 3 years ago, her last year at Head Start. Y'all, that girl, baby, was still doing the same thing because kids don't know stupidity. She don't know her grandma was retarded and putting her hands on people's kids. That little girl, mama told her, do not talk to my baby. Like, we turned around and she was telling her, like, don't talk to her. And I was like, who does that? Like, how miserable do you got? And then how about her mother-in-law is the same lady? What are the chances that her mother-in-law would be the same lady to come in and store my client out of $50 for a key that she didn't even have? Told them people the client asked her to hide the car key from his partner. Partner has only early onset dementia. Okay, she told him to hide the keys. He told her to hide the keys, and she did. She did just what he told her to do. But once he told her he no longer wanted her to come back out because he wasn't getting all his hours, she would come. He would have to ask her to change him. He would have to ask her to change his sheets. He was just going through a lot, y'all. Without me just telling all this man business, she was not doing her job. And it wasn't just her. It was 3 people from the same company that would come. They wouldn't do the hours. They would come and just, you know, he would have to ask them to change them. He would have to ask them to bathe them. And I know they wasn't doing what they were supposed to do because I would come when they couldn't come or when they would be lying about their hours and stuff. And if you are in the home health care field, CNA, nurse, any of that, if you really take good care of your clients, I told y'all I had a lady, Tracy Blue, told me that I was too compassionate about my clients. I guess I am if I'm going to make sure my client's butt is clean. If I'm going to make sure my clients between their toes is clean. I'm not going to half give them a bath. I'm going to always make sure they have what they need. I'm going to always make sure that I have 2 buckets of water. I don't care how many trips I got to take because I'm going to make sure they clean just like I want myself clean. But anyway, back to the lady that pinched my daughter. What would be the chances that the one would pinch my daughter and then the other one would extort money out of a client? It's just I'm telling y'all, it's a spirit within that family. And it's showing its ugly head. Just like Cat Williams was talking about how the industry would be exposed and stuff. Y'all should have listened. He wasn't just talking about the industry. He was talking about everybody that's evil, everybody that has bad intentions, everybody that's not on the same page and doing what it is that they're supposed to do by the law of God. You are going to be brought to the light. This is your year. God has been showing us for all of last year, oh, it's no secrets anymore. Everything that you are doing wrong is going to come to the light. And I pray they see this video one day, and I pray that they feel a type of way. I want you to feel a type of way, as you should. You don't mistreat people. When you mistreat God's children and his elderly people, baby, and his people in general, but especially older people and children, you have to answer to the man upstairs. You have to answer to the one and only. There's nothing I can say. I can get on here and bash the whole Headstart. Like I said, after I told them what was going on, y'all, I was parent of the year. If I can find the email, I had my mom to type up an email with a picture. I was going to be getting an award. I was nominated for this and that. Tell me why after I agreed, after I went full 10 toes down for my daughter, Patrice Hawthorne, at Share Her Headstart, and I got the email. She emailed me and told me, before we move forward with the nomination process, we want to make sure that everything you would have to say would be shed in a good light. And I fell for it. I allowed them to do that. And my mom was so pissed off. She said, girl, you should have just went along with what they thought that you were going to do and got in that place and told the truth and spoke up for yourself. But hey, I got my own platform now. I got my own following now. And I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep doing it. Yes, I do have a daughter that's still at Headstart. I sure do. Only because she has been there with her friends, a few of them, since they were 4 months old. I'm not going to make her uncomfortable and take her somewhere else, even though I can. She has the ABC voucher for 5 years that I can utilize and have her in daycare all day instead of 7:30 to 2:30. I'm praying on it. I'm trying my best to rectify the situation. But when that happened, my mom made the perfect point. At that time, and it's been over 35 now, but at that time, we had a 30-year relationship with Share, meaning I had been in Share, my siblings had been in Share, my mom, was a Share parent. And when that lady did that, that tarnished our whole 30-year trust in that company altogether. I called Columbia, because somebody gonna see this video and be like, oh, no, it's time for y'all to be aired out. I called Columbia. I emailed DC. Nobody would listen to anything I had to say. They bullied the teachers. New teachers come in. They bully them. Oh, we've been here 50 years and you got to do what we say do. I see it every day. They nasty, especially Snotty over at TCB. When I tell you they nasty, they think they own these Head Start centers and they don't. You just work there. You work for the government just like everybody else do. We all work for the government. I don't care. As long as you get taxes out your check, we all work for the government. But I've got to shed a light to the behavior that's going on. And I see other parents that I've reached out to and talked to, and they don't care because it wasn't their child. I don't get it, but I know rant and rave, and that wasn't what this video was about, but I just had to put that out there. It was on my heart to tell somebody, and I have to say what I got to say. So I hope y'all have a good day. Y'all be blessed. I'm getting ready to go to work. It's just +5. Y'all have a blessed and prosperous day. Peace.